Right, hello, and welcome. Hope you all have a fantastic bloody day wherever you are in the world. We're back once again, starting off the year with some more Warhammer 40k Rogue Trader. Yesterday, last thing we did was go through the whole trial of the Viserions, where it turned out that the wife of Arias, Gaprak, was the one behind it and in league with Conrad, trying to get him to be the number one on the throne instead of us. But we solved that plot, and pretty sure she's been executed. Yes, she was interrogated in front of a public and executed. You know, as you do. We're now going to head back to the bridge, where I'm pretty sure Abelard wants to talk to us really quickly. Being like, thank you for saving my family. So on and so forth. What am I wearing right now? That looks cool. You guys have level ups. I just don't care. I'll deal with you as I'm forced to deal with you. Right now, I just don't wanna. Okay, to the ship. Although, what level am I? I 38. So I'm pretty sure at 40 I get another, level. Oh, not level, but thing. Oh, this is her ring. Yeah, she used this ring to secretly try and stab somebody. Liquefy shot. 10 damage applies melting to people. Jesus, lovely. Well, there you are.
Lord Captain, allow me to express my gratitude once again for your assistance. If it weren't for your intervention...
The Chaos Caravan, thank you very much for the 5 gifted. I appreciate that, mate.
I could have lost them all.
Oh, come on in.
I never imagined the Viserions.
That was very kind of you. Way to start the new year off with.
Essential to the Lord Captain himself, far from home.
And hitting actually some really great people, good friends of the community. Goldbrook, Lullaby, Hev, Titan, and Jake Simmer. That was very kind of you, sir.
To tell you the truth, Lord Captain,
I hope you are doing well.
This whole situation has got me thinking. As patriarch of the Viserion family, I have a responsibility to my bloodline.
And you two have been watching Haven Dog. Oh, Haven Dog was good. I need to get back to that game. Helped a lot, thank you. You're welcome.
I have no intention of relinquishing that role if you find my service as satisfactory as did Lady Theodora. However, if I could be more involved in my family's affairs and still serve the von Valancius dynasty.
My son Josiah, traditions and old ways must change. I will allow you to return to Gondors after the immediate crisis. Yeah, sure, why not?
Thank you, Lord
You
Captain.
do you, bud.
Under my watch, the Trade Protectorate will remain safe and prosper in service to you.
Yeah, I need to return to Haven Dock. It's been forever, and I know they come up with some updates, and I want to see what's changed. Hopefully I can get to all the other islands.
Anything else I can do for you?
Nah, I'm good, mate. Thanks. Do I have any trade? I don't think I do. It's a really nice flame weapon. Heavy flamer. You got some nice kit on you, that's for sure. Can I trade anything to you? I can. That will get me another level. So I can buy the flamer. Okay, let's do that. We have so many weapons, it's ridiculous. I don't understand why my Stormbolter can't go on... What's his face? Because an Adeptus Astartes weapon, and he is Adeptus Astartes. He's a freaking Space Marine. And yet, it will not allow me to give it to him. Very odd, indeed. That's a nice chainsword, by the way. That one chainsaw do more than Abelard's current weapon? Doesn't do more than the auto-striking sword. We'll have that. That way he has a chain and something else. We need to give him a second pistol. The Daredevil pistol? Yeah. That way he has a power weapon and a chain weapon. They both work differently. Where am I off to next, though? A low 110 profit factor? We'll look here. Name the star to look for. Yeah, what's his face? Samara Mundus? Where the hell's that? I know the name of star is south of us. Right there. Where's the other one? You're there. And this is actually connected to here now. That wasn't connected before. Well, let's go there, shall we? During the warp voyage, the navigation chambers reported the warp reef right in the ship's course of fragments. Sea of Souls given material form. The navigator may either steer the ship around past it. 25% chance. Give it a go. We failed. Took 9 damage. Okay. That was just me seeing what would happen. Let's give her a little bit of TLC that. Oh, yeah. Nope. Oh. Entry. Chronometer turn since the incident. Enforcer. Witness Edai. You claim that you left the Sanctum Navis on the Lady Inquisitor's orders. Affirmative. This unit acted in accordance with the maintenance protocol. Step 1. Sense the sacred mechanisms for a duration of 15 chronometer turns. Step 2. Enforcer. You failed to inform the bridge about the imminent jump. Want to know why? Data unavailable. The Lady Navigator ordered that she be connected to the Void Ship, but she did not order the preparation of the machine spirits for warp translation. Cause of ritual that cannot be identified by this unit's capabilities. Unit received the command to interrupt protocol and exit the Sanctum Navis, or Navis, whatever. Servant, no, please not the fingers. Enforcer, I'm gonna break every one of them if you, yeah. For every word of a lie. I hear coming from your mouth, now talk. You have to believe me, all I did was prepare the canvas and mix the lady's navigator's blood into the paint. Then we were told to lock up the shutters so the Lord Captain could see everything that was going on in the Sanctum from the observation chambers and grog shit. Armor glass can't shield you from the warp horrors. I swear on my soul, the Golden Throne Master and the Gold Throne Master Enforcer, the Lady Navigator only wanted to paint a picture of a ritual or some such. And that's all I know. He wasn't going to use the power, but I still got as far away from it there as I could. All I saw, I'm telling you. Oh god, that's a not good picture of her. Oh my god, put that. Right. Hey, Steak, how you doing? Well, come on in, mate. Hope 2024 is off to a good start for you. We formed an emergency warp jump, barely activated the Gala field in time. Now we're being dragged to the to throne knows where by an unknown force. Lady the Navigator and the Lord Captain have are still unaccounted for. Now tell me worse than 23? Fair. Fair. One more time, what transpired in the sanctum? I escorted the Lord Captain to the observation chambers, yelled at the servant for leaving the shutters open. But then I was told it was on the rogue trader's orders. We could see the Lady Navigator clearly through the armor glass. She was lost in thought, staring at the canvas in front of her. She looked like she was completely unaware of the world around her. Soon the servants were ordered to leave the sanctum, and the Lady Navigator picked up her brush in trance. She started dragging across the canvas, painting one image after another, and another over the last, and another, and then the Lord Captain noticed it. There was this thing on the other side. The picture covered in layers of fresh blood was coming to life. The Lady Navigator was oblivious. That's when the Lord Captain... dashed to the control panel? Didn't dare stop him. I watched Bolter at the ready. The machine spirits went mad. The door and the shutters started opening and closing at random, but the rogue trader managed to dart inside. Started by all the noise, the Lady Navigator turned around. Then those horrors in her paintings, they broke free. Next. I barely remember a thing. There was a bright flash, a purple blur. I remember fleeing so scared that my knees were shaking. I remember that my legs carrying me away had a mind of their own. As I ran, I heard screams behind me. The Lord Captain and Lady Cassia. Oh, God Emperor, the creatures, they pulled them both inside the painting? What? So, Mistress Moxmaster, I have a report that needs to be delivered to the senior officers. The Lord Captain and Lady Navigator were lost during the emergency warp jump. Their whereabouts are still unknown. I'm sending you the interrogation reports and end the recording. Sophone's Orselio's ritual did not go as planned. The warp disturbance triggered by the Lady Navigator's trance washed over the Sanctum Navis. Navis? I keep getting that wrong. Anyway, which machine spirits reacted to the surge of the Immaterium and interpreted it as a call to action. Thus did the emergency jump into the unknown begin. Amid the shrieks of the sirens, the clanging of the shutters, and the distant hum of the warp engine, some unknown will pulled the Lord Captain into the Sanctum Navis towards the creatures from the living canvas that had already gripped the Lady Navigator's throat. Horrified, almost out of breath, and struggling to scream, Cassia stretched out her hand and began slowly sinking into her own painting. The Lord Captain snatched a dagger from the floor and started hacking it at the hands. Okay, that's a... Try to pull it back. Let's go with the weapon skill. There's a 90% chance of that. The ritual dagger has Orselio cleave the billowing shadows, and yet the painted hand reformed itself the moment after the blade passed through it. Cassia went limp in its clutches of the horrific creation and was immediately pulled to the other side of the painting. A moment later, Weaver, still clutching the dagger, was pulled likewise into the depths of the world the Lady Navigator created. Weaver awoke, finding himself in the middle of a gigantic, boundless, billowing nothingness. Say that 10 times fast, Jesus. His body felt weightless, floating in the void, strewn with hundreds of Lady Navigator's colors, some of them bright, warm, and alluring, others morse, cold, and heavy. The Lord Captain, was his eyes? Sure. Stay in the ocean of nothingness, devoid of any sensation, until an ornate ritual dagger floated before his eyes and reminded him of the world that seemed more real than this one. Someone's scream broke the delicate equilibrium of the Lord Captain's motionless body, and the weightlessness released him. He plummeted to the maroon abyss of the rolling illusions, but was now in full control of his body again. Then Weaver, let's go towards the screams. Excuse me, hiccups. Lord Captain crashed from an immeasurable height to the bottom of the rolling abyss. The next moment, Weaver saw two figures amid the billowing maroon mist. One of the figures, unnaturally gaunt and tall, was clutching. Oh god, look at that. Oh, this might be Tintafone and what happened to her. She might have disappeared into this. She looks like a navigator. And actually, she looks like you without the crown. Anyway. One of the figures, unnaturally gaunt and tall, was clutching the other, smaller one in its claws, screaming furiously. 30% chance. Peered into the strange moon mist. Yes, go on. In the swirling mist all around him, Weaver could make out human faces stricken with torment. And not just human faces. There were Xenos, Eldari, their features fused together with those of humans. Oh yeah, they do have pointy ears. Which made the Crimson Spectres look like all the more abominable. Their gazes and their rage were directed at the two unmoving figures facing each other. Drew closer to look at the figures. One step was all it took for some unknown force to notice the Lord Captain, seize him, drag him through the painting's twisted space. Now the Lord Captain could clearly see the dark shade, the long-dead navigator leaning over Cassia, clutching her neck in its clawed fingers. The shade screamed, "You were given life because of me. You survived because of me. And here you are now, because I willed it so. Bow before me. Tell me what I wish to hear, and your suffering will end. Go on, child. I've waited so long. Submit to me." Cassie, exhausted, her body covered in hundreds of cuts, her lips lacerated, claw marks on her cheek. Yet there was a steadfast resolve in her eyes. "I know you are, Sisyphone, yeah, or Celio? Persephone? I think that's perhaps meant to be, like Persephone. I know what you crave. I saw in the visions that you sent me again. And again, I won't allow you. I'll never allow you to become me." Oh, she needs a host. Cassie's fatigued voice quivered. She was not about to yield in this battle. The Lord Captain urged the navigator to fight the monster to the bitter end. 56%. Yes. Lord Captain's word attracted not just Cassia's attention. Persephone's Orcelio, finally noticing the presence of a living creature in that bizarre world, turned to face the interloper and lunged forward, seething with rage. When the entity's claws were millimeters from the road trader's throat, Cassia opened her navigator's eye, and a wave of unbridled warp energy obliterated Persephone's spectre. Before she realized what was happening, Lady Navigator graced the Lord Captain with a tired smile. The abortive ritual had turned out to be a trap set by Lady Cassia, by the previous Novator of the house. The road trader had ensured that her plan fell to ruin, and now it was time to desert that accursed place. Cassia took the road trader's hand and guided him through the maroon mist out of the painting. Their unconscious bodies were discovered in the Sanctum Nervis 20 Terran days after their disappearance, as soon as the road trader's void ship had emerged from the warp in an unknown system. Cool. That was interesting. That's a cool looking sun, by the way. Yeah, we have to build. That's fine. That's the team. That's the usual team. This looks very Eldari. Oh. No?
One step at a time, amidst the madness.
Yeah, we have it. What looks like Imperial excavation stuff. Just skim through that real quick. You don't know what is taking place here. The navigators are frightened enough by its power. As it is, the last experiment left free from the clan without a shred of reason. Empty shells that will bring no glory to the house, or its lesser branch, which will carry on. Last, we've managed to implant the artifact in the subjects who can wield its power. Perhaps all the navigators who perished in the agonizing torrent of energies were merely symptoms of our decline. I'm tired of counting the dead. The weak have no place among those who have harnessed the Atlas. Their abilities have grown manifold and become significantly easier to control and more effective at resisting the ruinous influence of the warp. It's all nothing. Today is the day when my work is completed and the Starway Atlas takes its final form. The Satalas have already undergone the operation. All that is left is me, the Atlas that controls them all. Today I will become the greatest Novator in history of the House Orselio. Or I turn to nothing. Its powers beyond compare. All it took was a whim to make the wretched Satalas fall dead at my feet. As if I have a second heart beating in my chest, subjugating any with the ability to touch it. How regrettable it is that this power only extends to those Orselio navigators who have accepted the piece of the Atlas within them. Now on, all children will be gifted with one at their initiation. Find the hole. A plasma ring. Oh my god. 30 to 40. Damn. Anybody have a ring that's not really doing much? There you go. Do more damage with plasma. I think that'll be a nice little free shot for you, mate.
Oh, yes, indeed. They all will see.
Save it. Oh, hello there. Old Curse Charles, we've already allied ourselves with the Xenos once more to stop you. Oh. No matter, it's a small price to pay for the liberation of the House of Celio from the chains of tyranny. Who just shot them? Be gone, renegades. We follow the Atlas call in your wake, Charles. Stand with us. The House of Celio will not trade Stephanie's legacy for false ideals of blind fools. What is happening? Oh, that's it's affecting Cassie as well? Australia Renegades representative, damn Xenos. This is not the bargain we struck. Throne smite you? Navigators whose skin is so thin that it reveals the muscles, bones, and innards underneath, clenches his augmented gold jaw in contempt. The Great Regent's envoy. What is this? The rogue trader and the traitors to the house have lured the child into a trap set by the Xenos. Wish my eyes were deceiving me. But I can clearly see that the Great Regent Arento was right to send us after the vessel. An ambush. How ignoble, yet so typical of Xenos. We stopped to find the remains of the hallowed ground of our ancestors with a semblance of a speech monkey. Are these all Harlequin guys? Oh no. Final act will soon unfold where you will pay for the deeds of your ancestors. Stay put and wait for the puppeteer to pull your strings. Why the Xenos, why the Xenos ruins where the Palace of Atlas should be? Why is this place coated in the impenetrable black mist? I'm suffocating. He clutches her breastplate near her Atlas is. Voice is feeble and trembling. Three-eyed monkey who sees into Sheol. The taint of your ancestors has begun to consume your body and soul. Pathetic fools with insatiable lust for power that is not yours. Ending your misery will be merciful. Taint? You mean the Atlas Xenos traitors? Silence traitor? Everybody's a traitor, apparently. The Atlas is a sacred relic of the House of Celio. Is what elevates us above the rest. Honestly, I've never heard the term rogue trader either. I've so been educated afterwards by my the people who are more learned by the 40k world. How dare you? I refuse to accept this. Impossible. What was the taint you speak of? Do you not see it? When you monkey discovered the Crone world, you tainted it with your crude technology. Despoiled it of its relics, ruined all there was to a last stone. Worst of it all, you sullied the souls of the ancestors reposed in the sacred vessel, the spirit monolith. He points his fingers at the remarkable crystal floating behind him. This reminds me of Kron Hellebron from the fantasy Warhammer. Like a sea of bottomless blue. You don't know that living things could exude such saturated hues. I wish I could paint the ocean in a different color. Examine the hovering crystal. Enormous translucent stone shares a strange resonance with this place. You can sense the energy emanating from it. Mysterious, the relentless, coagulated. It resembles a giant heart that has been plucked out of its owner's chest. Its crystal clarity is pierced by hundreds of dark veins that have taken a root within a like of terrible illness. What is this place? There is a language of no words to convey the true nature of this place, but I'll venture to try. Some call it worlds beneath the first stars. Others call it is known as Crone world, or unblighted worlds. It was our ancestors' home before we became prey to She Who Thirsts. How did the navigators of the house taint the spirit monolith? The experiments? This is where she conducted her experiments? Sesame? No, it's not possible. To consort with Xenos is to violate the word of the God Emperor. It is known to all that Tesseracino Celio executed anyone who showed any interest in the enemies of humanity. Is that so? Then why is it that every piece of metal or fabric in this place bears our house coat of arms? Open your eyes. Quiet. Harlequin's tone is mild, but is not a request. I am unsurprised that the truth is hidden from your gazers, three-eyed monkey, who see it into the Sheol. I realized at the moment I first met you, wretched, begging us to help you destroy your own kind. I sensed it within our ancestors' call, their plea, their endless torment. I knew what you found was a Crone world. I humbly waited for the day you would lead me to it. What experiments did you conduct here? I cannot say where this memory sprang from. Perhaps it's the vision of Sephesini in my dreams. That's all, yeah. And yet, I've seen this so clearly. There was such power locked within this stone, such opportunities. It would make our navigator's abilities several times stronger. No, it would magnify them by a factor of dozens. But the price was too high. For mere hours of use, the stone would always burn the minds of its host.